Guys, the craziest thing just happened. I snuck into Soweto Theartre. Alright guys, the first question is, why was I at the theatre? The reason being, I was there to support my friend because there was a function there. Let's wait for this car. There was a function there, right? The function was the South African Music Awards, and this function was free of charge, right? It was free. So as I get to the theater, I had a whole vlog planned about it. Like, I had a whole vlog giving you guys tips. Let me give you guys snippets of what I was supposed to talk about in this week's video. Alright guys, so early on this week, right, I sent out a tweet like this, and it got me thinking, like a lot of us. Alright, so as you can see that I'm giving you tips, I've planned everything. I do a vlog about the South African Music Week, and I saw my friend perform. It was good, and the event ended at 6 o'clock, right? The free event. Now they set up two different events happening there. They set up two events, and those two events were now paid events. So for you to enter those events, you had to have money and pay for it. Alright, so the money is not a problem, right? So now we're networking by the parking lot as they're setting up for the two events, and all is well. So I was like to my friends, I'm like, guys, can I like capture, like record for my YouTube video, like additional footage, right? They're like, no problem. So obviously I couldn't film in front of the theater because now they were sitting up and it was so rowdy, and I had to look for a quiet spot. Then I got to the back stage of the theater. As I got to the backstage of the theater, I found a catering company car driving past me, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe after they pass here, I can film for my video. So as I'm recording, right, I see a girl struggling with a box, right, from this catering car that drove past me. She's struggling to carry this box into the theater. So this is the backstage of the theater. So I offer my help to this girl. I'm like, look, can I help you with these boxes because they look heavy? And she's like, no problem. So as I'm helping her and her colleagues like unload things onto the trolley and then literally wheeling it into the theater, I find myself by the backstage, and now one of the coordinators come up to me and he's like, look guys, can you please place these things by that auditorium there? Because they thought that I was like one of the people working there, right? So as we pushing the trolley into this auditorium, we're now unpacking, right? We're unpacking. So I'm not the one unpacking. Then I go out. As I head out, this coordinator sees me again, and he comes up to me. He's like, son, have you seen Upra Mike? And I'm like, I don't know who Upra Mike is, but I can help you find him. Now I'm helping this guy find Mike, and we find Mike. Now all of a sudden, people are now thinking that I work there. Now my face is familiar. The security saw me working with the catering company, and the thing that made it easier is I had like a similar shirt as the employees working there. So everyone was wearing black or a white shirt, right? But they had printed writing on it, and mine didn't have a printed writing on. So I guess they just thought that I was working there. And people like makeup artists were asking me, hey, where's Ubanbani? Now I'm helping. And literally from me being helpful, it's how I literally snuck into the theater, right? I got to the backstage. I got to like where the artists like prepare for the makeup. You know, I got like additional footage. And the thing is, I didn't plan for this to happen, so I didn't properly film this because now I was so scared. I was like, oh man, should I take out my phone and start recording? But if I start recording, they will see that I'm not actually an employee there. I'm just there as someone else. So as I'm in the backstage, I'm texting my friend. I'm like, look, just pull through and I'll tell them that you're with me, right? And then things will be easier that way. So he pulled through. We got backstage pass. we actually got to eat, and like it was crazy, guys. Like literally, that's how I snuck into the theater. And being helpful, it can literally land you like into like places that you've never been. And yeah, I enjoyed the whole event, paid event, without having paid anything because I was helpful. We got to the bar area, everything was so chilled. And that's one of the craziest things that has ever happened to me. Alright guys, a quick recap. This is during the day, right? was when the South African Music Week was like, this is a free entrance, literally. As you can see, it's during the day, bar area. But the next clip, you'll see that it was like at night. This is when we finished helping the catering people with the dishes and all that. I was like, literally working here, bro, basically. Like, what the hell? So this is the behind the scenes before the event actually started. And these are the different auditoriums. They come in different colors with different events. And yeah, this is the backstage. And yeah, so here I was by the bar area, but I can't really show that on like in the channel because I don't want to be like that YouTuber who, like, you know, like drinks on, you know, while filming. And then this is when Eskom hit, bruh. Like, this is 8 o'clock at night, load shedding, tabang. Alright guys, I had a crazy night with our chance, the theater. And what's weird is I ended up working here, and now I've got like backstage pass. Crazy. So this side is the backstage entrance. I'm walking in there. Alright, so back to the backstage. I was so shy to film here because I don't want anyone to see you. But it's a good day. I'm not actually allowed to be here, you know. And then we went out to the garage to get airtime and snacks, nyana, before the events, you know, commences. And this is me and my friend walking back. So now the securities were used to us, right? Because now they saw us at backstage, ganingi. But I didn't want to jump piece up with them filming, so I had to like point the camera down to the stairs. You know what I mean? Because they were chilling there. Like, they were like there to watch people, like to check if you got like a wristband to get in. And look how easy it was for us to actually enter. It was actually shocking. So I got that footage. The lady in white, right, she's the makeup artist, was asking me where's Brad Mike and blah blah. And this is the behind the scenes when artists were getting ready. And then this is another section here. This is where I was not supposed to be, definitely. This is where they do their makeups, the artist. So one of the artists was actually in the room, like as I was recording, so I was like, my bad. And then I actually got a free room here, and this is where they like prepare themselves, you know. Look at those lights there. Yeah, so I had to get additional footages for you guys, man. And this is me walking out the theater, leaving the theater, and look how easy it is to exit via the backstage, guys. Just look at that, just like that. And yeah, I got out via the backstage because people thought I'm an employee there. And that was my night. Woo! Woo! Guys, final word is, before I wrap up the video, is being helpful can get you really far in life, right? Like, look at me, for example. Like, me being helpful, it actually got me backstage access into the theater, right? And had Black Coffee been there as the event coordinators promised, right, for the paying event, I would have probably seen him there because I got backstage access. I saw Yvonne Chaka Chaka, like, you know, people that are big in the industry of you know, like art and stuff like that, music, acting. They were all there, which was amazing. I didn't see any YouTubers, so it was kind of weird me like vlogging because our people thought that I was working there. And yeah, like, I was just being helpful, and I just ended up being in there. Like, I didn't plan it, guys. Like, I didn't plan the video for me to sneak in there. I didn't really sneak in there. I was just being helpful, and then I got my way in there, if that makes sense. But yeah, being helpful gets you a long way. It gets you it'll get you far in life. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, it helps to grow. And if you're new here, welcome. Why don't you click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because I drop a new video literally every single Sunday. You don't want to miss it. Catch all of y'all in the next upload. Peace.